Good morning, everyone. It's Vicki with Crochet with Vicki Joe. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope it's nice and warm where you're at. I haven't been outside yet this morning, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day here in Arizona. So I hope you can hear me today. I can't seem to get my microphone to work. I have a couple of them, but none of them want to really work, so I'm going to try and talk as loud as I can. So hopefully you can hear me. Just have to turn your volumes up. So anyway, I know I haven't been on here since last week, I believe. I've had some appointments with my husband. This week we had to go to a couple appointments. Have another one on Friday, and then we're done until June. So it's been a little struggle here and there trying to get videos in, but I thought I would come on today while the house is nice and quiet, everyone's sleeping or gone to work. But so anyhow, I hope you can hear me. I do have some projects that I want to show. I have some yarn coming in. It's supposed to come in today, and I think I have, I think today it's all I have coming in, and I'll show you that when that gets here. But let's see, what do I have? Oh, first of all, you've all probably been wondering what happened with my poncho. So you see I'm wearing it. Now I've decided to not put the turtleneck because it's too hot here in Arizona. This right here is really hot itself, but so I decided just to go with this type of a collar and just leave it like that. This is what it looks like. Can't see all the way back. Let me see. Anyhow, that's the end. That's pretty long, but that's what it looks like. So let me know, what do you think about this collar? You think it looks okay like that? I've never ever been a turtleneck person. My husband says I don't look good in turtlenecks because I have this right here going on. So when you put a turtleneck, it like pushes everything up. But anyway, so that's what I have here. Anyhow, I'm going to stop there with that. So I'm officially done with my poncho. I'm done, Donna, if you're watching. I hope you're done with yours. If you are, let me see it. Okay, now the next thing, what was I going to show you? Oh, remember I did not know how to do that corner to corner, and I was trying to do a corner to corner blanket, and I got lost trying to figure it out. So I went on YouTube and I found, of course, my favorite YouTuber. Everyone knows this Crystal with Bag O' Day. She had a blanket on there, corner to corner, and it was just step by step and took me through it. And it was so awesome. Almost got it done. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for your tutorial. So what happened was, as you can see, I got it done. I got it done. I got it done. I got it done. Got that done. I got that one nice and squared off. That one's nice and squared off. And I ended right here. I ran out of yarn. Can you believe that? I ran out of yarn. So, but this is the blanket, corner to corner. Oh, don't look at the little strings there. I haven't tied them in yet, worked them in, but I will. But anyhow, I thought it turned out really nice, but I just needed just enough to finish this last part to square it out. So I had to order another skein of yarn. This is the Puzzle Shimmer yarn that I'm using on this. think it's very pretty. See that? I don't know if you can see the shimmer in it. It's really nice. Nice soft blanket. So now I have to wait until I get my yarn in so I can finish it. I'm always having to order yarn. Family don't understand why. But things happen. It's just out of my control. And I have to order yarn. So that's just how it is. Let's see what else. I know I had another item. Let me put this back over here. I had to get me a nice tub, plastic tub where I can put my finished projects in, because they just get all over the place. Oh, and I'm still working on this. Now, this is the Annabelle from Crystal with Bag O' Day. This is her tutorial. It's a very pretty shawl. The only problem is I'm using the butterfly yarn, and I didn't like the way it was turning out. And I've always used butterfly yarn on my shawls, but I didn't want to have to color control it. I don't like to color control if I don't have to, but this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, now do you see all those colors on there? Well, out of 3 skeins, that's all the color I have. I think I have a little bit of color left, just a little bit of the brown, but I don't think I have enough to even put 1 roll. So this is all I have left out of 3 skeins. So on the butterfly yarn, their cakes mainly have 1 big color, and then it has like smaller colors in between. And this one had browns and blues, really pretty colors. But I had to keep taking the colors out and cutting them and trying to place them. And this is this is going to be the rest of my shawl. So I don't know how it's going to look. But if you can picture it, this last color right here, it's going to be that color for as big as I want the shawl. Right now, this is the size of my shawl. I would like to put at least, I don't know, maybe 12 more inches. I like them long. And I know I could probably even get away with just that, and you can use it as a wrap, but I'll see how it starts looking with just that 1 solid color. It might be pretty, I don't know. It might end up being nice, I don't know. I just have to work it and see if I like it or not. But so that's my work in progress. So I have 1 finished object, 1 almost finished. It would have been finished last night if I didn't run out of yarn, but I did. So now I gotta wait till, Premier Yarns probably. I think the one that's coming in today is from Premier Yarns, and it was some butterfly yarn that I ordered because they had them for $5 a cake, so I just got a couple of them. And it's been like 6 or 7 days, and it's supposed to come in today. So the yarn for my blanket that I need to finish probably won't come in until the end of next week, possibly. Now I did get some yarn in. I'm not going to show it to you, all of it, because I'll show you that tomorrow with my other one. But I do have a project that I'm working on, so you're probably going to see it anyhow, right? So I never really work with the small weights, because I have arthritis in my fingers, and they do start hurting after a while. That's why I tend to stick to the heavier, like the 4. I'll do 3. But I ordered the yarn art And the yarn art is a 1 weight. I was thinking it was a 2 weight, and it's a 1 weight. So I was working on a shawl last night, and I'll show you. This is how much I got done with this shawl with a 1 weight. And it looks like I'm going to have to block it so it'll lay flatter. But this is what I'm making with the one weight. I think it's going to be rather big. And I will have to put in the down below who I'm following this tutorial from. I actually forgot her name. I just saw this shawl. I thought it was very pretty, so I thought I would just check it out. I could probably tell you real quick. Give me just a second. I will look and see if I can find this person, or at least the name of the shawl, because it was very, very, very pretty. And believe it or not, I'm following a pattern, not the tutorial. So that's amazing. Okay, so it's called a Rose Sienna shawl. And it's from Christine's Crochets. So it's a triangle shawl. It's going to be very pretty. It has this type of yarn. I'm using the same yarn that she used. And this type of yarn, I'll show it to you. This is the yarn I'm using, okay? I'll show you tomorrow the other ones that I got. I got 2 other ones. But this is called Rose Garden. It's 100% cotton. I don't believe I've ever made a shawl in cotton. Very soft though, it's so soft. I think I'm hooked, Donna, on the yarn art. It has 1,093.60 yards. I don't know what the 60 is, but 1,093 yards. And let's see. It is a size 1 weight. Oh goodness, I can't believe I'm using a 1. I'm using a 4mm hook. Now this it says to use a 3mm, but I'm using a 4. And the color is 317, so I guess it really doesn't give you a color. But, well, let me see. No, it doesn't give you a color. But that's the color. Isn't that pretty? So I have a lot of orange that's going to go. So I think the shawl is going to be straight orange. And then it's going to start blending into this, looks like a yellowish color. Or like a lighter, like a marbled orange. And then it's going to go into like a marbled aqua color with, looks like a yellow. You can see that. And then it's going to end with this blue. So I might try, because it's like a lot of rolls repeat. I think like a 3 to 18 or something like that, repeat rows. So I can repeat it as much as I want. So I'm going to see how big it will get, just to, till I can get this blue in here, because this is pretty. It's going to be beautiful, I think, ending in this color. So I'm going to see how big it's going to end up being, but we're going to give that a try. So that's what I'm working on now. I can't think of anything else that I have that I'm working on. I've been trying to get projects in just to be able to show you. I think this new month of April, I'm going to be working on a lot of shawls, because I really do like to make shawls. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all, but my daughter's a caretaker. She has different clients that are homebound, and sometimes she's taken a couple of my shawls and given them. One lady for her birthday gave her a shawl, and then another lady just gave her a shawl just because. So she might take whatever I make and just give them out to the elderly women. You know, some of them are really tiny, and a nice shawl to put over their shoulders during the day will keep them warm. So, you know, it might go that way. I've never sold anything. I've never tried to sell anything, and I see people that do try and sell stuff, and it's very hard to get the money that they're worth. Because believe it or not, for those of you, you might be watching and you don't crochet, it's not an easy project when we put these shawls out. And it costs money. This yarn's not cheap, and the yarn's gotten even more expensive now. So it does cost, you know, quite a bit, and it takes a while to make them. We put a lot of hard work into these shawls. So to try and sell them for like $5 or $10, it's not even worth it. Now I've seen ladies on Etsy that will sell their shawls for, I mean, like 60, 80, 90, even sometimes over $100. I don't see them moving. Not really. I'm sure they may, you know, have a few. I don't know. But it's very hard. I could have a yard sale and hang them out, but I'm not going to sell my work for $5 or $10. It's not going to happen. I'd rather keep them and give them out to charity or something, you know. So like I said, I've never tried selling anything that I've made that I can remember of. So I don't know. I just make stuff. I have a couple of bags out in my garage that's full of items that I've made. I have stuff hanging in my closet that I've made. So I need to get me a plastic tub just to put all my projects in, you know, put them in bags and put them away so they don't get ruined. I have so many blankets that I've made, and the cats have taken over most of them. So they're no good anymore. But, I don't know. But for the month of April, I'm thinking I'm going to work on making shawls, maybe cowls, maybe headbands, just things for spring, you know, springy stuff. And that's why I went with this color here. You know, this is going to be for spring, this shawl. I think it's beautiful spring colors. So that's my plans for April, trying not to get into anything else except shawls. Now in May, I would like to start making a blanket possibly. I would love to learn how to do, I think they call it filet. Let me know if I'm wrong, but it's that beautiful, beautiful. Or mosaic. I would love to learn how to do that. I was watching Crystal with Bagel Day show some blankets, Afghans that people are donating, they're sending to her for her fundraiser that she does for the animal shelter. They're locally, you know, in her community. Every year she gets donations or, you know, has Afghans made and sent back to her. And then she does an auction live on YouTube, and people just bid on them, and oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe the money that people will bid on these blankets, and it's just awesome. She raised a lot of money, and she wants to raise a lot more, in the thousands this year. I think 50-some thousand. She just said it, and I forgot already. But it's for a good cause. But oh my goodness, there were some beautiful, beautiful Afghans. And I was thinking, how hard could it be? I just need to get the yarns, you know, organize the yarns that I would like it to be, the colors, and find me a tutorial and just go for it and try and do it. They're beautiful, and I've never done anything like that before. So I might start something like that in May. You know, don't quote me on that. Don't hold me to that, but I'm thinking about doing something like that. I want to do something different. You know, I'm always making blankets, and I'm always making shawls, and, you know, not too many ponchos, but I think this is my third one I think I've made. But, you know, and I make headbands and those little scarves that you can tie when you're cooking. Like, I don't know if I showed you this one. This one here. See? You just put this over the back of your head and tie it behind. You can use them when you're cooking, so your hair, I don't know how you are, but my hair falls out a lot. A lot of times the kids find hair in their food. But anyhow, so I do different stuff like that, and I'm just going to try and do a variety of things this new year. But definitely I want to try to make an Afghan, either mosaic or filet. I think I'm saying that right. Something like that. They're beautiful, and I would really like to try and learn how to do that. And I know I can do it. Crystal says I can do it. Okay. She says you can do anything. They're easy. She's such a good teacher. She'll walk you through it. I don't think she has any blankets like that on tutorial, but I wish she did, because then I know I could do it. Let's see. There was something else and I forgot. But I just want to do a variety of things and probably learn how to follow patterns better. This one here is working pretty good. Now she does have a tutorial for this shawl, but she also has a pattern. So I wanted to watch my movies that I record, and I don't know, I like to watch all of the Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. I like to watch those shows. And then I have an FBI show that I like to watch. It's FBI The Wolf. It's called Wolf. So there's just some movies that are, TV shows that I like to watch, and I can't watch them if I'm doing a tutorial. And that was how it was last night. I was watching them when I started to make this, and I wanted to watch the shows, but I wanted to make this too while I was sitting there. So I printed out the pattern. And what I do is I just go through and copy what I need, paste it, on Word, and print it out so I have my pattern. So that's what I did. See? This is the actual picture of it. Isn't that pretty? So I print out my pattern, and so far it's actually working for me. You know that how I have a really hard time with patterns. I've told you that in the past. So I got through row 18, and now I have row 19 through 50. 19 through 50, that's a repeat of rows 3 through 18. I can do this. And this pattern is pretty easy to follow. And then row 51 will be the border. So I've gotten all the way up to row 19. And now it's just repeats. So I got it. So I wished I could find other patterns that were that easy to follow. But I'm learning. So I was able to do the pattern. That's exciting. So I want to get better at reading patterns this year. I've wanted to attempt to try and do my own creation, but I'm just a little nervous doing that. I'm just sort of stumped at figuring out, the different numbers that you need in order to create. So I haven't attempted it yet, but I may. I just might, sometime this year, I might try and endeavor it. I don't know. Jump out and go for it. I don't know. But I've always been, all the years that I've crocheted, it's always been following a pattern or a tutorial. I just never attempted to step out. my philosophy or my thinking is, why try and figure one out when you have so many wonderful people on YouTube that have beautiful patterns and tutorials, and you can just follow theirs. It's not like I'm trying to make a name, you know. I mean, I need subscribers, I need followers so I can reach that 1,000, you know, and start getting monetized. But I don't know. I do enjoy following people's tutorials. And anyhow, so there was something else I was going, oh, another thing I had mentioned that for this new year, I wanted to learn how to knit. I have all my needles, everything I need to knit, but I don't know how. Now, I did pick up Tunisian, which I believe, you know, that's it's sort of like knitting. And I learned the simple stitch, you know, just the easy stitches I've learned. So knitting, in my mind, I can't picture how you can use 2 little needles and make a top or something. It's just beyond my thinking. But my question to you today, if any of you know a channel, anyone that teaches knitting that's really easy to follow, because I've tried to follow some teachers, and they go just above my head. They either work too fast, or their fingers are in the way and you can't see the stitches. Or I need a simple, just an easy, simple person that teaches, or a person that teaches knitting easy, slow, for dummies like me that don't know how to do it. So if you know of anyone, if you can recommend anyone to me, please put it in comments below so I can check their channel out and see if I can follow that, because I do want to try that. Now, with my fingers being the way they are, I'm not too sure if I'll be able to do knitting, you know. Oh, I know what I wanted to say too. Another thing I'm going to try this year is loom knitting. Now, I have some looms, and I used to try and do like a hat, you know, years ago. I'd try and play around on them. But I thought all you could really do with looms was a hat or a stocking, socks, you know, stuff like that. But when Crystal at Bagel Day, when she was showing the blankets that have been donated already for her auction, she had a blanket on there that was all done in loom. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. A beautiful, beautiful blanket. I never ever thought you could make something like that in loom. It's called loom knitting. I never knew that. So that's another challenge. I'm going to try and challenge myself this year to work on loom knitting. I do have a long one. It's not that long. I mean, I have a long one, skinny long one. I don't know what you use it for. I have a round one, some smaller ones. I'm going to check into it and see to make a blanket like that. That's what I would want to try and do. Make a blanket like that. What type of a loom you would need to do that, and then try and find a tutorial to show me how to do that. So that's my goal. If anybody knows anything about that, please let me know in comments, because I would really like to try something like that. I want to be adventurous this year and just step out and try things I've never done before when it comes to crocheting. So please let me know any tips you have. Please let me know in comments. I'd really appreciate it. So anyhow, I have already been on here almost 30 minutes, so I'm going to end my video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy what you enjoy doing best. Remember that Jesus loves you. So do I. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Remember, I don't know how loud I'm going to be when I upload my video, I'm going to turn the volume up and see. But if you have a problem hearing me, just turn your volume up as high as you can get it. And I do apologize. I'm charging up all my microphones to see if they'll work for me next time. All right, bye for now. Have a great day.